So in this session, we're going to look around at how you can navigate around the file system on a Unix system on a HPC cluster, for example. In one of the previous sessions, we looked at finding out where we are and finding out what's there. Now we're going to look at how we can change where we are in the file system. So first of all, as usual, we want to know where we actually are. So one of the important commands is pwd, print the working directory. So find my current working directory, the directory I'm currently in. So pwd and then press enter, and I'm in my home directory. Now to change out of this directory, we can use the change directory command, and the short version for this is cd. Now to do cd, I have to tell it where I would like to go. So first I need to know what's actually here. So for this, I'm going to do the ls command, and that shows me possible directories I can change into, and they're all in blue. If your Unix system does not do the colors, you can find out of what things are by adding the flag of -F to the ls command, and then anything that has a slash behind it is a directory that you can change into. So let's see how we do that. So if I want to change into a directory, I use cd space, and then I'm going to give it the directory I would like to change into, and I'm going to choose the G116 directory. So if I now press enter, I've supposedly changed into the G16 directory. As some of you might see, my actual prompt has changed. So while before it was my username at the name of the machine I'm on, colon, and then a tilde, and then a greater sign, this is now changed tilde / G16. So that prompt actually tells me that I'm in a different directory now. So again, it depends on the system you're on, what's been shown to you. So but most of them will usually show you some things, that something has changed. So it's worthwhile keeping a lookout for that. So to check where I'm actually am, I'm going to use the pwd command just to make sure that my directory really has changed. And if I now press enter, it actually shows me that I'm indeed in the G16 directory. So that's good. Now, how do I get back to my home directory? And so there's a shortcut for that. cd and then 2 dots basically says I want to go up one directory, I want to go back one directory. And so if I press enter and then do the pwd command again, it tells me I'm back in my home directory. So how does that work? So if I go back into the G16 directory, so cd's G16, and now press ls, there isn't actually a double dot directory. So how do I know that this is there and this is a special directory? If I now use ls again, but I supply a special flag or another flag to it, and this time I use -a, and that means list all files. Most Unix systems have files, and they're called hidden files. And if you use the -a option for the ls command, you will print the hidden files as well. So if I now press enter, on the left hand side I can see a dot and a double dot directory. The double dot directory is basically the directory above the one I'm in, and the dot directory is actually the current directory. So if I use that, cd and then just dot and press enter, nothing happens. I'm still here. But if I do cd double dot, I'm going up one directory. Okay. We can also change into, at the moment we only changed into one directory at the time, we can change into more than one directory. So I can go cd G16. I now know that there's a tar directory in there, so I can add that, and I can go into tar, and I can do that in one go. So if I press enter, I'm now in the G16 tar directory, and I'm checking that with pwd, and yes, there I am. Now do an ls and see what's in there, and I now can change into the G16 directory, ls, and that's what's in here. Now sometimes we cd into directories and we get further and further and further, and but then it's hard to find out. We want to do something in our home directory or start from scratch again. So there's an easy way to get back to your home directory, and that is by typing cd but giving it absolutely nothing else. So just the command itself, pressing enter will bring you back to your home directory no matter where you are. And just showing you that this is exactly what happens. I'm now back in my home directory. There's another thing that we can do. So if we go back into the G16 tar and then little G16, let's have a quick look what's in my home directory. Okay, so for example, if I go to the G16 tar little G16 directory, but now I actually want to change into the desktop directory, for example. So how do I go there? And there's another easy shortcut symbol. So instead of going up, 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 I can give it a tilde, and that basically says start from the home directory. And now I can say slash and desktop, and the tilde basically says I'm wanting to change the desktop directory that is in the home directory. And if I press enter, oops, and that doesn't work. Oh, and because I didn't give it the CD and then oops, tilde and then desktop, and I misspelled that, desktop, and that gets me into the desktop directory using pwd, shows it's the desktop directory in my home directory. So the tilde is a good shortcut that signifies the home directory. So if you know where your directory is that you want to go to from your home directory, it's a nice shortcut to do that. There's one other shortcut that is really useful, and that is cd and then dash or minus basically. So if I press enter, I'm now back in my G16 tar G16 directory, and so the cd dash basically gets you back to the directory you've just been in before. And so the difference between the cd and the dash, or the cd and the double dot, is that the double dot gets you just one back up, while the cd dash command gets you back to the directory. Doesn't matter where that was, where you were before. So if I do another cd dash, I now go back to the desktop directory. So what have we learned today? I clear the screen. So the cd command lets us change directories. The cd command and then giving it a directory will get us into that directory. The cd command on its own will get us back to our home directory. Cd double dot will get us one directory back up, and the c dash will get us to the last directory we've just been before, and the tilde is a shortcut for our home directory.